your design so that I understand what you're going for sa design. Si Jim, okay si Jim kay we already like talked a lot about his design, so it's not so much a problem.
Makita na sir. Wait lang
Sige.
guys ha.
Okay.
Oh, wait lang guys ha. Ay, so good morning everyone. I'm Jim and I'm here to present to you my proposed supermarket and commercial center, which is named Al Khiday Supermarket.
Sige.
So, so it's located within ML Quezon Avenue in Kabangkalan, Mandaue, Cebu City. And then, so these are the factors considered before. So these are the factors considered before I design my supermarket. So I consider the people. So who are the people living in Kabangkalan? So as what I've observed in Kabangkalan, there are so many people. Aside from Filipino students, we also have foreign students such as in Indian or African. So that's it for the people. And then for location, if it's prone to traffic or kanang duawunon bag tao sir ba. So mo siya. And for the environment, I also consider if this location is prone for floods or dili ba siya alimuot lugara, daghan ba siya mga residences na kana ganing accessible ra siya sa mga resident sa mga namuyo sir ba within na lugar sir. So so here's my site analysis for the for the supermarket. So mo siya sir ang katong ML Quezon Avenue. So so
Hello, hello Jim.
uh kaning na sir. Hello sir.
Yes, you don't have to go through every step. Just like
Ah,
summarize lang. How did you end
okay.
up with this design?
So
Kanang why did you choose this shape? Nanana.
yes sir. Okay sir. So wait lang guys sir. So here sir I'll explain sir for since I'll present the site development sir development plan sir ba. The reason why I choose this layout sir kanang ang supermarket na ko sir is behind the parking spaces o open spaces sir. It's because actually sir inspired ni sa mga Middle Eastern na mga supermarket sir ba. Kay mostly sa kwan sir. Especially ako sir naka-observe man ko sir kay nagdako man gyud sa Middle East sir. Mostly ang ilang supermarket sir kanang dili din supermarket na makita sir napa na yung mga open space o kanang mga parking sir before ka ma
No, mo gyud sakto.
so mao na murag gi-try nako og implement ang kaning ani na design if effective ba siya sa Kabangkalan sir kay ang na-observe man ako sa Kabangkalan sir kay di ba dollar man between Mandawi ug Talamban sir naa may mga foreign students sir sa like friend ng mga kuan sir mga Indian o kuan sir African which is common sa kana dito sa Middle East sir kana mga tawanas
Ah,
so mo nang that's why I implement a layout na layout sa akong site sir ba
okay, sige.
effective
Um,
so mo
yep. So dito la sa imong perspective, what's the kuan kanang what's the design about? So you identify people who are your target market for this kaning mall?
actually sir the my target market sir is all wala koy specific sir pasabot na sir everyone sir ba
Sige.
pero everyone sir not only Filipino sir but all everyone na nagpuyo within Kabangkalan or within sa Cebu City sir mo na akong target sir sa akong mall or supermarket sir
Sige, sige. Can you go to your perspective na kay 5 minutes from out ani na presentation?
so wala ba yung perspective nasa pikas ka dito na kay sir
Ah,
sir
okay ra, okay ra. Sige.
Another perspective, sir. So, wait, makita ra, sir. Here, sir. So, actually, sir, makita ra, sir. Wait lang, sir, lain.
Tanaw ko sa plumbing layout or mechanical and HVAC layout.
Asang i-exit ning
Sige,
na
sige. Exit lang.
exit na,
So
sir.
to everyone else coming up next, I don't need you to explain the whole design. Just like summarize lang. So who is your building for? Why did you? What are the problems you identified sa imong site, and then how did you solve it with your design? Ana lang para pas kay. I want to get through as many students today as possible. Basically, kanang help me understand your design. Like, why did you put the plaza there? And ana. So after Jim, it's Juan, Felicio, Nicole.
Good
And then
morning, sir.
after Nicole, it's Lyndon. And to those who just arrived, we're doing this today, kay USC Days Day next week. So most likely we'll just do one lecture sa Wednesday and Monday and Friday, no class para makabuhat mo sa USC Days na events.
Makita ra, sir. So, wait lang kay sir, mamurag.
Makita ra.
Wala po siya mo loading, sir.
Napako sa kaning rag folders na view.
Wait lang. Sige, sir, I'll present. Here, sir. So, mo ni siya akong mga perspective, sir, kaning lookbook, sir. So, sa front niya, sir, nay kanang murag landscaping, sir ba? Actually, sir, ang akong concept na sir is that kaning makita is perspective, sir, nay mga tensile structure, sir. Mao na ni akong isa sa akong mga commercial space, sir, aside sa katong naa sa first floor, sir ba? Ang may plan here, sir, is kana ganing modular, sir. Dili ra isa ka kwan, sir ba? Example, magbutang kag mga temporary na mga stall, sir, matanggal gani mo, sir, para magamit sa lain na purpose, sir ba? So,
Okay.
example, sir, na yung mga events, sir, pwede ra i-held dira, sir. So, mahug naman sana siya as commercial, sir. Or as
Okay, matang-tang-tang siya. Sige. Okay, kana lang. No
And-
problem. We have to go to the next one. Do you have anything else na mo-add?
Actually, sir, mo explain lang og gamay sa kani akong pasad, sir, sa kuan, sir.
Sige, sige.
Sir ba? Actually, akong pasad, di ba, na may murag ka ng wood na perforated wood na nakakabit sa iyang canopy. Ang ang main reason, sir, is that para kuan gani, sir, para mo-add gani siya og aesthetic, and also kay ang design, sir, purely kuan naman, sir, kanang gray ra gani kay sir kanang concrete ba, or na pagka brutalist gani, sir.
Okay, okay.
So mo na siya, sir. So
Sige. Good.
sir.
Okay. Sorry, I don't have much questions. I need to just finish.
Yes, sir.
You submit pod karon. Okay, thank you. I wasn't expecting to have a class today. We have to kay
Thank you,
no
sir.
class on Monday. Okay, next we have isa to? Nicole, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Wait, sir.
Si Jen. Si Jen.
Okay, then after Nicole, it's Lyndon. So just quickly explain what is your design about? Like, how did you get to your design, basically?
Makita ra, sir.
Let's see. Yeah, makita na. Okay, go ahead.
So, good morning to each and everyone. I present to all of you Kava, the proposed supermarket with concession spaces project. So Kava is a commercial district within reach to Mandaue and Cebu cities residents. And it is inspired by the location's history, Kabangkalan. It was said that Kabangkalan used to be a walking distance from the Mandaue Center, where the mossy cave called Bito is located. So in the olden times, when people used to find the location, they always referred to Kabangkalan as a landmark. So thus, the concept of this supermarket and concession area is connoted in the olden times as a place to be, a landmark where people remembers and regard as their go-to place. So with its secluded and lush green environment, the users are provided with comfort and a sense of ease. So this is the site development. So within the vicinity of mostly industrial and residential structures, uh, I incorporated the exterior of the supermarket concession area that mimics the color scheme and form of the houses in the surrounding areas, and also with the other buildings such as the industrial buildings or the warehouses. So this enables to blend with the character of the neighborhood. So with the site analysis, the northeasterly wind or the amihan comes from the mostly from the frontage of the site. So the strategy was to allow an open space, maximize the wind all over the site with nothing to block the other structures. So moving also some of the concession spaces on the sides allows passerby, especially um, Cebu residents, to notice the retail spaces from the road from the Cebu City, and they can view the concession space here at the left side, and uh, also the spaces is derives its like spatial experience like of a secluded cave from the concept. So that's the general idea. So
Mm-hmm.
um the concession space is also like uh quite broken up by at the back. It can be seen here
Mm. Go
in
to
the
your perspective lang daw.
perspective. So so from here, this is the left side, and it goes to the like the secluded area here with the concession spaces, and it can be seen here in the second floor. I mean, the floor plan. This is the site plan. So on the left side is the concession area spaces, which has smaller areas, and here on the back is uh huge, a more huge concession space, or it can be divided, or it's up to
Mm-hmm.
the uh, who will uh, lease it. And so
Okay.
this
Sige.
enables like uh, having like maybe activities such as food markets, small gigs, or like al fresco dining. So like it's like
Mm.
having an indoor outdoor continuity. So in
Okay. Sige.
and
Okay.
also
There's
here in this
anything else?
store. Uh, that's all, sir.
Okay, good. Sorry, gipapasmasa ka. Just really need to get through everyone or as many people as I can today. Okay, next, Lyndon, go ahead.
Morning, sir.
Sige. So try to present to me like the key points of your design. So like I'm checking your work, and then tell me like what is going on here para I understand what's going on sa imuang design.
Makita na, sir.
Makita ra.
So, good morning, everyone. Today, I'll be talking about my approach in the supermarket design plate. So, the name of my supermarket is Waters. We all know that water is one of the basic needs of a human being, and it has a wavy and fluid form. So, I incorporated the characteristic of a water to the design by repeatedly applying splayed columns, as you can see here from this perspective. Another characteristic of water that I incorporated is how it is divided from land, like for a beach example. Then there is a setback between the sea and the land, which is emphasized by the setback of the supermarket from the road, as you can see here. Yeah, this setback is also done in relation to the narrow and congested space in the site. Setback widens up the perspective and feeling of that area. So as you can see here from the vicinity map, kay almost all buildings kay close to the road. Yeah, this makes mo like the sidewalk ng narrow kayo. So I think the setback helps widen up the space. Then over here we have the kanang key features. I provided kanang public vehicle nga drop off kanang like mo pass by ra and parking. So this is to accommodate every kanang class nga residents sa kanang Kabangkalan or others. Then here we have the floor plan. Kaning opening here, makita ko mouse sir. So yeah, my opening here kay dire ka moagi if like gikan ka sa parking area like here. Then kaning entrance and exit dire kay if gikan ka sa road like you're just walking or gi-drop off ka. So I also kanang provided covered walkway para jud like kanang to include kanang mga maglakaw nga mga shoppers. Then as you can see here in the kanang mga perspective kay dili ra makita ang kanang displayed na mga columns sa exterior but also sa interior.
Ajut lang, Lyndon, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
Okay, sir.
What was it about? Okay, there. Okay, it didn't load the images on my screen, just loaded now. Okay.
So this is the interior nga. Makita po dire katong mga displayed nga elements like mo branch out, same sa exterior. Here.
Mhm.
So that's all, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you. So next we have, where's my list again? Exit. Ortega. I think she missed. What is going on?
Hi, sir.
Sige, go ahead.
Wait lang.
So after Ortega is Chu Mary, and then Alesna after that.
Makita na ba akong screen, sir?
Makita ra. Go ahead. Just explain lang the key points. So basically, yeah, tell me what I should be taking note of while I check your paper or like your submission.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. So I'm representing to you the Grove District. So this is a grocery and commercial center located in Kabangkalan. So the concept of the building is inspired from the name of the location, which is Kabangkalan. So Kabangkalan was formed from the place's history with bangkal trees, which provided a resting place for farmers. So with that, the concept of the design is to provide the needs of the customers and establish a landmark which reminds them of bangkal trees. So, mo nang reason nga no nag-add sad ko like this like this design features ako ang concession and sa akong grocery para makaingon sila nga hala mga siya like bangkal trees inana. So this is the site development plan of my site, sir. So this is the grocery and the warehouse, and this is the concession. So ang kani siya nga area kay ga-connect siya sa both sa building. So mara siya painani. Ay, ito maklaro ba siya? So aside sa aside ana kay nag-add sa ko og speed bumps here sa entrance very kay para sa mga customers nga katong dili na mag-use of cars. So here the area connecting the concession and the grocery area is speed bump that serves as a pedestrian road which slows down a car, especially when customers pass by this area. So para dili ra gyud maglisod ang mga customers like since separated man akong grocery and akong concession. So here are some of the perspectives sa warehouse, sa akong concession, sa akong grocery area. So sa ako ang grocery kay makita ra sa ceiling ang like murag branches nga ceiling para sa like sa akong concept and
Okay.
yeah, mo ni siya ang elevations like makita nimo ang like murag siya ga branch ay kanang mga trees gakuan sa site.
Sige. Okay na? Anything else na? Okay, sige. Thank you for that. Next we have Chu Mary.
Good morning, sir. I'll present.
Sige, go ahead.
This is the Leaf Market, which has a modern approach to typical supermarkets, which has a modern in design with a good function. The market features the use of reinforced concrete and wood, giving it a light and natural finish that complements with the surroundings.
See, go ahead.
Okay, the site development. Here is the building footprint of the supermarket, warehouse, and the concession building. The parking is located at the west, and an entrance arc for the private vehicles, pedestrian, and an entrance exit arc for the private and delivery trucks. There is a separate road for the private and the delivery trucks, so that there is like a clear understanding that they should be separate. Open spaces at the front and at the side for future expansion, and added crosswalks and speed bumps to manage pedestrian and vehicles, and vegetations for aesthetics. For the site analysis, sunrise at the east and sets at west. Stronger winds are more at the northeast, in which will help complement the design of the concession spaces. Setbacks or open spaces
Hi,
act
Mary.
as buffers.
Hello. Hello, Mary.
Hello, sir.
Yes, you don't need to explain the site analysis. Just like go to the most important parts among design.
Okay. Okay. For the strength of the site, it is located on nearby commercial establishments. It is on the main road, so it can be seen. Major roads, making them more accessible, and it may increase economic and accessible appeal to investors. For the This is the floor plans, the supermarket, the warehouse concession, and the parking space. And the supermarket, which has a wide enough circulation for both.
Mary, you don't have to go through all your drawings. Again, like focus on what makes your supermarket different, or what are the parts that you like the most about your supermarket, something like that.
Okay, so one of the things that I like the most about the planning of the supermarket is because how they are connected by the three different buildings.
Sige.
That's all, sir.
How are they connected?
They are connected, like here in this area for the employees, and from the warehouse to the supermarket, and here there are two entrances for the supermarket, for the customers to go to the concession building.
Okay. So pasabot nimo ang warehouse at bangra sa supermarket and ang concession at bangra. So easy ang access between the three spaces.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. Sorry, I needed to push you a bit for that. Okay, short you tag time.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much, Mary.
Supposed to be like this. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Jud. Let's see. Next is kitsa to yung nagbali si so Torifiel will replace
Yes,
Alessia.
sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So, Verdemer, a proposed supermarket and commercial center. So for mine, it's basically green open space, parking, and the building footprint. So my building footprint is just a simple rectangular farm, and I try to incorporate landscaping in the building, not just like on the side.
Mm.
So for the one of my key features is the airflow cooling facade, which is made out of terracotta panels that are angled and watered, which is a traditional technique of evaporate cooling, the use of evaporated water to cool hot air. And then this is done with hot air that passes through the series of terracotta panels with water running on top of the panels, which creates evaporative cooling. It is low maintenance, sustainable, and inexpensive cooling system. Then the atrium is an open garden with benches for fresh air and lounging, located in the ground floor, which separates the supermarket and the Stramp. The Stramp is a combination of stairs, ramps, and it is incorporated to the design to give access to the people with disabilities to get to the second floor. Then on the second floor is the green wall. It is a vertical structure that have different types
Mm.
of plants or other greenery attached to them, which is attached
Mm.
which is attached to
Jan,
the rainwater. Yeah.
okay na, you don't need to explain the green wall. Just like,
Okay.
can you skip to the kanang perspective?
Okay.
Yeah, because we all know what the green wall is. We all know what the roof garden is. So how did you put it into your building? Or like, how does it work in your kanang design?
Oh, great. Cause this wall is what separates the warehouse and the solar panel farm. So
Mm.
I place it there. And then this is supermarket. This is the roof garden, the atrium, and this is the exterior.
Okay.
Supermarket
And the
shop. Yeah.
terracotta?
Wait, it's this one, sir. I didn't get to ano.
So just for the kuana for everyone, there's supposed to be water flowing
Yes,
down
yes,
that thing, diba?
yes. It
Okay, is
will
there a
be
better
here.
view?
Wala, sir. Sorry.
Sayang, it's supposed to be like a unique feature in one design. Anyway, this is a very interesting thing. I did a lot of additional digging. So it's supposed to cool down the air as it passes through. So I think it's a very interesting design. The issue na some of the teachers told me is that the humidity sa Philippines might make it difficult to actually work. Pero I haven't found like any studies that say na it won't work in tropical climates. Currently, it's mostly used in desert climates, like super dry ang air. Ang giwonder nila is like, will the air in the Philippines, because it's very humid, meaning there's a lot of water content in the air, will it be cooled down by this device? That's something that I don't know. Bro. This is very interesting. So good job on that. Anything else, Jan?
That's all, sir.
Okay, sorry na we're short on time today.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
next, Malinaw.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Then after Malinaw, it's Cometa. Yeah, so that was very interesting, especially those people. I think there were 2 or 3 who had that like passive cooling device, a wall. Very interesting to me because like that's really the main problem sa Philippines. No, the init. If we can like find new ways to cool down our buildings, it will be very kind of significant. Just go ahead, Pauline. I'm just like killing the time while on waiting for it to load. What else? So yeah, to those who are about to present, just like go to the key points. Basically, more like a sales pitch. Kanang, you're trying to convince people to build your building, build your design. Okay, I can see it. Ginhawa Mall.
Good morning, everyone. So this is my proposed mall, Ginhawa Mall. It is a place for people to breathe and appreciate life's beauty. This mall emphasizes the use of natural features by promoting indoor and outdoor landscaping and gardening design, and the use of wood in interior and exterior design, and also the use of natural finishes, which all work together to create a serene yet elegant architectural design. So as you can see here, the green open spaces are located at the entrance area so that the people would be invited to come and visit the property. And also the building footprint is located here, and there, and next to it is the public parking area. Showing here is the wind analysis on the building. This is the amihan and this is the habagat. And also for the sun analysis, I showed here the different time of the day and showing how the movements of the sun around the building in this designated time. And as for the traffic analysis, this area here is the service area, and also for the private vehicular access is the yellow arrow, which has its own drop off on the number 5 area, while the public vehicles have access on the near the green open space and has its own drop-off area on the number 4. And these are one of the highlights of my development plan: the entrance arc, the green open space, the customers parking area, and also one of the highlighted here is the elevated pedestrian lane for the PWD, and the PWD parking area, which is located next to the grocery supermarket, and then the employees parking area, stairs garden also serves as an emergency exit for in case of emergencies, and that's it. Next, we move on to
Excellent. Oh,
the
napaday.
ground floor area. So one of the highlighted is the mini garden island on the hallway, adding beauty to the interior of the supermarket, and also it helps have a good air circulation within the area. And the pharmacy store, which is located next to the supermarket here, this is the entrance and exit going to the supermarket, and next to it, the supermarket as the pharmacy is located to it, since the pharmacy is one of the basic needs of the people. And also the delivery loading dock for it has a higher floor level elevation in order for the delivery of the products to have it pull out easier. Next
Mhm.
is for the second floor, there is a roof garden island to enhance the second floor rooftop garden, and also there's also um, eating area or sitting areas around it. And as for the manager's office, it is overlooking the warehouse in order for the
Mhm.
manager to see what's going
Pauline.
on within the warehouse.
Hi, Pauline.
Yes.
Sorry, you have 1 minute.
Oh,
we
sorry.
wrap up lang.
Okay. And then these are the elevations. And one of the highlights here is the sun shading device. This helps lessen the sun entering the building.
Okay.
And that's all, sir.
Okay. Sige. Thank you. 10:35 exactly. Thank you so much. Next, we have Kuan, Cometa.
Yes, sir.
And then after Cometa, it's Kuan, Tagima Cruz. So prepare lang Tagima Cruz.
Na-share na siya, sir.
Yep, nag-share na.
Okay. So this is my proposed supermarket, which is called Greenaway Grocery. I'll just explain the concept. Mostly the concept of mine is kanang the formation that you see sa kanang mga leaves, like the random pattern, if you look at it closely, para lang siya mo blend in po siya sa iyahang big kayo ang akong gihatag nga allocation for green spaces. So ganan ako ang akong building at the same time won't look like too out of place ra pod siya. Nya if in the site, sir, is since there's only one road of way, mo na siya ang problem niya. Ako kang gusto is there's a lot of agyanan sa sakyanan, sir, without actually going, like dili siya mo interrupt sa spaces pod sa kanang mga pedestrian para dili kay daghang accident. So the one that I made is ang road kay naro siya diri sa kilid, mo agi one way ra siya. Diri mo agi para magparking customers niya, na diri dapit ang magparking para sa mga delivery trucks niya. So ang mga pedestrian naara sila diri magsud, so dili na sila kayo mag-worry nga naay mga vehicular magagi-agi. Then at the same time, ako ding i-highlight is nadiri akong drop off. Since one way raman ang agyanan sa mga road diri, nag-worry ko nga basin niya if nay mo stop mga jeeps kay basin niya mag-traffic. So gibutangan ako siya allocation para musud lang sila diri. Same siya sa J-Mall, sir, to avoid causing much traffic.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Ang kuan di, sir, ako ding i-highlight lang gamay is gi-orient na ko siya mostly nga ni, sir, kay naman diri ang winds. So moagi pa jud siya diri sa green spaces niya. Kumusod siya especially sa concession din ako, sir. Ako lang ni advance nga sa ubos, sir, mostly naara dira ang katurang mga naay airconized kay mo na siya mga concession spaces nga akong gi-reserve sa kanagong mga pharmacy, mostly kana mga retail, while sa second floor is open area na siya, sir, niya. Agad na siya diri sa winds Kay food court akong giplano dire sir. So more mga stalls ang ma-add. Nya kani di siya sir ang katong ningon ka sir nga murag ma-separate ang space. So ako siya gi-connect diri gamay sir. Nya at the same
Okay.
time kay ang kuan lang ani pud niya ang purpose ani niya since naman diri ang vehicular sir niya naman diri ang pedestrian in a way mura siya ma-separated na jud siya fully sir. So nara dira niya
Okay, good.
ang kuan mga ako li pakita ang perspective niya. Ni-mention ko
Mm.
ganina sir na my concept is katong murag patterns that you see in a leaf. So wala ra na ko siya gi-apply sa concession sa kana ay sa wala ra ko na siya gi-apply sa exterior sa facades. Ako po siya
Mm.
gi-apply sa interior pod. So example man ni siyang perspective sir sa kuan
Mm.
ay ang elevation sa supermarket. Yeah, this is mo ni siya ang kuan forma. Nya igagabi
Mm.
sir kay kung plano siya kani mo siga na siya sir diri dapita.
Mm. Mm.
Nya ang kaning green space sir kay since ningon man ka sir nga landmark siya sir. So akong plano sir kay since dagan mo to mga residential dira niya kana po murag disaster risk kunuhay. Kung since na naman ko'y dako nga space for green area akong plano kay dili ra siya pang gathering sir pero kung naga ni disaster risk sir kay pwede gud diri magtapok ang katong mga residences. So dagan gyud ko
Good.
gi-allocate nga space. Nya
Mm.
kani nagbutang ko katong hangout area kani nya butangan na po na ako murag pan kuno para murag unique na feature.
Okay kayo. Yes.
Nya mo ni siya sa interior sa akong giplano sir so na-apply ra gyapon ako gamay katong murag random pattern kuno ay
Mm.
kani siya sa especially sa ceiling. Nya mo ni siya ang warehouse. Nya sa concession sir katuningon ko nga sa second floor na dito ang food court. Gi-apply ra gyapon ako same ang ceiling nga concept. Ana
Mm.
niya. Mo ni siya open space na siya diri sa taas sir. Mo ni siya ang food court nga kuan.
Okay. Good. You have 1 minute.
Nya mo marag mo rin sir. Mo ni siya mga extra features ang yang entrance arch sir kay same siya sa katong supermarket sir nga murag musiga pud siya diri sir ang kaniyang design.
Mm. Mhm.
So-
Na-render na musiga.
Ulo na ko na picture.
Okay ra. Okay. Anything else? Hello? Murag na. Puto lang audio.
Napa ko.
Yeah, napaka. Okay, there.
Na no.
Sige.
That's all na sir.
Okay, good. Exactly at 10:40. Thank you for that. So for me, I don't mind Bisaya so much. I really prefer na mo explain mo sa inyong design. So much better. Very good, Andre. Next, we have Cortez. Oh, wait. That was Cara. Sorry. So bad with names. Next, we have Conde Tagima Cruz, Andre. So thank you, Cara.
Thank you sir.
So where is, I think wala siya. Let me check. Tagima Cruz, Andre. Tagima Cruz. Wala, she's not here. Okay, let's just move on to the next one. Cortez Hazel. Cortez Hazel is not here. Okay. I'll just list the names. If you're here, just say you're here. Charmaine Sanchez.
Here, sir.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Sige, ready na lang kay wala man. Wala mang uban. So after Charmaine, is Salido here, Ephraim.
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Sige, ikaw sunod ha. Sige. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. So I'll be presenting to you the Verva, a proposed supermarket and commercial center. So I wanted to lean towards a leisure village, since this site is surrounded by residential areas, and the architecture for the Verva highlights its horizontality through its uncluttered lines and uncomplicated form. So it follows a warm and neutral color scheme evident in the usage of wood, so which is, you can see as a facade. So yeah, so design objectives, I wanted to achieve the problem of the lack of green areas surrounding the site, since it's like very industrial and Like there's no walkable space for the residents, and the park, which we can see sa site development. It welcomes the supermarket and commercial space, which has easy access not only to customers but also to passersby. So it welcomes anyone passing by. So we have the site development. So the parking is located at the back to really separate it from the pedestrian access. I wanted it to be more user centered so that it will not clash with pedestrians with the vehicles. So we have the exploded plan. And then for the aerial perspective, we can see different design features that cater sustainability for the building, the double glazing facade, polycarbonated skylight, white roof coating,
This is very good.
green walls,
I really appreciate this.
and green walls. And I also allocated a food park together with the food park sa entrance of the pit, so that it's not so that alive gihapon siya during at night. So napagapay activities na makater for anyone passing by. So I have my perspectives sa food park, entrance arc. This one's for the drop off area.
You have
Perspectives
1 minute.
for my supermarket, my interior, yeah, different spaces inside. And then this one's for the exterior and the material I used for the interiors and exteriors of the supermarket. So this is perspective for my commercial space. Same lang gihapon na following a neutral color scheme.
Okay.
So, sir, thank you.
And then, so yeah, utilities. Okay, good. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Let's see. Next, Salido, Ephraim. There you go. Thank you. Go ahead.
Kita na, sir. Okay.
Kita na.
Okay, so good morning, sir. I'll be presenting my proposed supermarket and commercial center. Speedrun ako, sir, which is the Leichhardt. So the goal for this development is to like adhere to the corporation that initiated the operation of this development, which is to be one with nature, where there are a lot of green areas, landscaping, and which is to be incorporated into the design. So I believe that the Leichhardt has achieved just that. And consider the development also features overlapping roof design, which with the added height, sir, allows for like greater ventilation, providing room for hot air to escape through, and like essentially keeping like cool atmosphere, sir. So like there is like passive cooling, and which with everything considered, sir, which should create a comfortable and pleasant shopping experience. And the Leichhardt, sir, is actually named after the tree that the Barangay Kabangkalan was named after, which is the Bangkal or Leichhardt tree. And the symbol of the proposed development represents the leaf and the flower of the Bangkal or the Leichhardt tree. So this is what the Leichhardt tree looks like from its respective views. You can see here the overlapping roof design, and vegetation is added here and there. There are ponds in the park, and the supermarket ceiling is actually designed after the mythological beast in Bito in Kabangkalan, sir, which was a gigantic squid. So I designed the ceiling in a way to like appear like a tentacle of a squid. So yeah, and this is the site development plan. Now, kaning development, sir, is take into consideration particularly the vehicle circulation, which is vehicles come from the east of the lot. So for coming from here, sir. So I thought it would be convenient to situate the parking lot adjacent to that. This also makes, sir, the commercial center to be visible from that direction. Okay, since I may open there, so makita ra ang mga outlets there, sir. And I wanted a park or green space that could actually be used by the customers, sir. So I situated it at the center of the commercial center, where there is like high pedestrian circulation, like magamit ra siya po, like going from side to other side, and that. So yeah, and like according to the windrows for Cebu, sir, most of the winds come from its northeast side. So and that has influenced how the commercial center and park is developed, sir. So like it's facing facing the kuan kanang wind, sir. So like nari hangin po dari, sir. And kani pong kuan, sir, I made the drop off road to be 6 meters in width so that I could accommodate like parking for like transportation such as taxis or tricycles, most likely, which would likely be on this left side, and this long walkway could also be used as a waiting area. And
Okay.
yeah, and these are the floor plans. The supermarket or commercial center kay like connected via this entrance here, and the warehouse is at the backmost.
Sige. You have 1 minute.
The commercial center could accommodate about 22 spaces, sir. So and kani po, sir, ang I'd like to take note. I mean to consider, sir, nga ang kaning second floor, sir, murag subtly looks like that of a squid, sir. So like it's paying more homage to the mythological beasts, sir, sa Kabangkalan. More
Sige,
specifically.
sige.
And these are the elevations and the sections and the mechanical diagrams and water supplies, like schematic diagrams.
Okay, good. Sorry, I had to give you a short time there. Okay, I want to go through everyone. Good job. Next is Albanio Francis here.
Nara, sir. Wait, sir.
Sige. Then after Albanio, it will be Flor Tan.
Sir, makita na, sir.
Yep, makita na. Sige,
Okay,
prepare lang, Flor. Okay,
good
you
morning,
have 5 minutes.
Okay, good morning, everyone. This is my proposed supermarket and commercial center in Kabangkalan, Mandawi City, Cebu. So here we have the SNC supermarket, also known as Stay NC supermarket. So it is a supermarket which is its design is in rustic approach, providing relaxation and a welcoming atmosphere both towards the customers and the workers. It uses a combination of steel and wood framing bracing, usually raw in appearance and in repetitive pattern, which can be seen in different buildings. So it also creates a protruding facade that creates rhythmic and interesting pattern, making it aesthetic in appeal in a simple yet in an effective manner. So the main materials used in the design are steel, which can be found in the bracings and as well as in the entrance arch, wood, which can be seen especially in ceilings and canopy that provide support for the overall structure, concrete mainly for the walls, and brick, which is used for accent aesthetic appeals, and as well as protective measures, especially for the columns against climate conditions. So the design also complements with nature, having a color scheme which can blend in with the environment while making also noticeable for the people outside. So it also provides an open space for the people where they can hang out and do recreational activities while providing temporary shelter. It can also be used as a connection between the supermarket and the concession space. The design also provides pattern beams and columns, making it soothing for the eyes of the people to see and to create an impression that the building feels safe. So we have also the linear elements, which are also very evident in the design, which can be seen in ceilings, canopies, walls, entrance, and arch, and the facade. So here we have the entrance arch perspective and the outdoor park perspective. So in the entrance arch, we have here the materials used are brick, steel, and wood, providing a linear pattern and interesting pattern. Design in a way not too bulky, pero mo achieve siya in a detailed way in order to attract customers and maybe use as a bit of sun shading, while also providing an island for drop-off area. And we have also the outdoor park, located between the concession and the supermarket area, which serves as a temporary shelter for the customers inside. Outside there. It provides enough space to maneuver around while doing recreational activities and can also be used as an option to gather while eating. Vegetations are a bit less here, kay. I wanted it to emphasize the wide circular roof and while not making it too suffocating to look at. So here we have the site analysis. So provides for passage for the winds, both habagat and amihan, can enter, creating enough ventilation to make the place comfortable in terms of the climate conditions. So we have the site development plan. So we have the different buildings and spaces. So we have the supermarket and the warehouse adjacent to one another, and which is good for distributing the supplies and provide the HVAC system. So we have the concession space located at the opposite side with the public toilet. So there are also multiple parking spaces for the cars and trucks and roads, which offers enough space for two-way drive while providing speed bumps in order to control the speed of the vehicles. And lastly, we have the entrance arch, which can be seen adjacent to the road. So we have here the supermarket floor plan. So nadiri opat ka entrances. So kaning number 1, and we have the we have the between sa number 8 and 13 kay ari ang connection sa warehouse sa supermarket. And yeah, we have the other different spaces. So okay, we have the elevations. Okay, so mo ni mga perspective nako sa exterior and interior perspective sa akong supermarket. So yeah.
Okay.
We have here the warehouse floor plan. So na fire exit there is a number 10. Yeah, number 1 ang for the entrance. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 minute.
so we have the elevations. Yeah, we have the interior perspective sa exterior sa warehouse. Yeah, concession space, ang floor plan niya. So morning one. So yeah, sections niya, elevations, morning mga perspective and exterior perspective. Yeah, we have the mechanical plan, okay, warehouse, the sanitary. Okay, we have the polycarbonate con sheet and softwood beam. So polycarbonate sheet that would help protect the people from the UV rays and sunlight, while also welcoming enough amount of light which could help expose the beam patterns when seen below. So we have the use of softwood beam in order to appear a bit less dense compared to hardwood, and also a good option to use since it is much faster to grow than hardwood. And yeah, much faster siya to create multiple linear patterns. I think, Maura, sir.
Okay, good. Sige.
Okay,
Thank you for that. Next was stand floor.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Sige, you got 5 minutes.
Okay na, sir.
Here you go.
Okay, so I propose supermarket and commercial center. So the goal is to create a place nga kanang easy to navigate on, and a supermarket nga kanang suitable for families of different social status. So Dawe, and Dawe is the name of the supermarket. It's Dawe Supermart. And while thinking of a concept, I wanted to use elements or design approaches that I do not usually do. So my default instinct is to use kanang wood louvers because of the warmth that it gives. But instead, for this design, I'm using kanang black aluminum sunbreakers that creates these vertical elements like what louvers does. And kanang these black aluminum creates a great contrast to the light gray concrete finish. And they have contrast not just in their color but also in their texture. And I'm using this color red to still have the warm tone, but in a more bold and striking way. And another different approach that I took is the roofs. So instead of using parapet walls to hide the slope of the roof, I decided to expose the slope of the roof and make it the statement of the building and create this sort of honest architecture. And with the idea of using the map outline of the Barangay Kabangkalan, I was able to end up with the sawtooth roof. So you generate from the kind of vicinity sa Barangay Kabangkalan, I ended up with this kanang outline, and that's what I used sa kaning the idea sa sawtooth roof. And then here are maps of kanang vegetation map, which is kanang nakita nimo kanang there are existing vegetations outside sa kanang sa site, pero not so much within the site. And here's the vehicular traffic and then nearby significant buildings, which is important to note kanang mga supermarket, since supermarket ang establishment. And then for the site analysis, for the approach of the sun and the wind, okay, I use skylights, mga solar panels, good setback, trees for kanang shading and kanang navigate sa wind, and then sunbreakers. And I also decided to put the warehouse at the back of the building since mao man ni siya ang like mostly may go sa katong afternoon sun, which is init. And for the site development, there's so much to discuss, but I think ang i-highlight nako kay I have here I mentioned na I wanted to create na kanang for families of different social status. So ako gi-consider ang mga families nga na cars or kanang mga motorcycle ra or bikes or like just kanang commuting. So here I have a drop-off area, and then I also place bike racks and motorcycle parkings for the customer and the employees, and I also have a designated smoking area, and then ako yung mga cart corrals which I notice nga dili kayo na commonly naa sa mga supermarket parking areas. And then I also place a public washing area that is a front the pit, and kay considering sa kanang katong virus control, nice nga na ay like mga public washing areas. And then for the entrance arc, ako siyang gi-extend all the way to the kaning park kay para murag not just ang park ang mga sakyanan mo murag na ay sila ilang entryway para ang mga tao sa na ganahan mo use sa kaning park na pud sila murag lahang kanang murag siya welcoming nga arch para sa tao. And then I think more na nagi-separate na kung service road o sa service road ug sa kaning customer nga road. And then here man siya gi-separate ang service and customer. And then I created like mga kanang mga daghan nga path para sa tao para like in a way interactive gani ang park, dili siya restricted to like the side.
You have 1 minute.
And then what else? Okay, for this sa ko ang concessionaire, it divides 2 stories. I used kaning walkalator para it's convenient for not just kanang magdiganahan mo use of stairs but also those na mag wheelchair kay it's not like the escalator nga kanang mas step up pa siya, so like you can use it's like a ramp na mo move on its own, so it's convenient for those na kanang maglisod og lakaw or kanang make og step. And then this is my exterior perspective, bird's eye view, and then 3 man's eye view, and then my interior perspectives. And I kanang maintain the red motif sa exterior and the interior. That's all.
Sige. Okay, good. Thank you for that. Next, let's see. We have after the 10th floor. Do we have Masbad Christine here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please present. And after Masbad, it's Lim Kyra.
Makita ra siya, sir.
Loading. Can anyone else see it? Okay, on my screen, it's still dark.
All right. Ako ay trabalik. Now, sir.
Okay, it's loading. Black Ragage, I don't know why. Does anyone else see this? Can anyone else confirm? Maybe it's my computer. I don't know.
Yes, sir. It's also black set for me.
Okay, maybe I can share for you on Canvas. Wait, I'll just go to your Canvas submission. This is Masbad. Okay, I'll share for you. I think I'll just download this. It's the right one. Oh no, this is midterm exam. See, so many things to check. Masbad.
I ako try screen con again, sir.
Okay. Let's see. Try it out. Okay, but it's already loading here. Let me download it. And you just tell me the key elements among design.
Ay,
okay.
Ay, okay lang. So this is Linye. I propose supermarket and commercial center. So physical scroll down, sir. So my design concept is that it is an efficient building. It has good space utilization, accessible for users. It gives importance to vegetation, emphasizes application of open green spaces for good air quality and aesthetics, making the site one with nature. It is PWD friendly, allows good customer accessibility by providing design elements such as tactile flooring, ramps, and an elevator. Presence of community spaces, it promotes user connection, experience, and freedom to do various activities. And also, it's resilient design, which offers an elevated design to help counter possible flooding and offers sun shading in open areas that also serves as aesthetically pleasing design elements. So for my site
Okay.
site development plan here, I showed some of my key features in the site. In the upper left corner, kay polycarbon roofing, which is
Sorry.
an affordable, high quality, and allows sunlight to pass through the building's interior, which kind of kanang murag kuan siya. In other words, similar sa skylights, but most skylights mangguro kay glass niya. I tried avoiding glass sa roof kay basig what if ma-break or unsa for
Mhm.
safety. Then perforated walkways, which is what I used for kanang mura siya similar to tactile flooring kay since kuan man naa siya yung mga gagmay na spaces niya, which is kuan ra pod similar sa somehow similar sa tactile flooring na wood slats, which is the murag main design element ay design feature jud sa ako ang design. Then green roofing sad, which helps increase vegetation and is also used as a design element. So for my site development case, since very limited ang access sa my right road of way, I really gave importance sa multiple access jud sa site. So here's sa my upos kay na ako'y giseparate na ko ang access for vehicles and pedestrian, na ako'y access for the parking lang, na ako'y access sa for the drop-off area, which is kanang nag-surround siya sa may park. Then nasa ako'y access for the pedestrian sa may right side is kung naasa ni murag na cut out na circles. Then sa pinaka right side kay for delivery purposes na siya, which is kuan akong somehow tabunan pod gamit ani wood slats ay kay para dili kay siya samok tanaw na dagko ang trucks mga agi. Then next slides kay my floor plans. Ako rang giusa ang supermarket and commercial space kay para murag kind of unity gani na kung kinsay ganahan magsuri-suri sa may community space ya kung naa sila kailangan sa supermarket kaya pwede ra sila magbalik-balik inana.
Okay, okay. Sige. It's already 11:05.
More na so far.
More na? Okay. Sige.
Thank you.
Okay. Sige, sige. I'll just like flash the images here on screen for myself so I can check it later. Okay. Nice. Next we have Kyra Lim.
Present, sir.
Sige, go ahead.
Can my screen be seen, sir?
Yep.
Okay. Good morning. I'll be presenting a proposed supermarket and commercial center that is titled The Happy Grocer. Okay. So for the Happy Grocer, I think a key architectural feature of it is that's very abundant and clear is the reddish brick tones. So that's meant to bring out green architecture, as green architecture is not only an abundance in fauna, but through the texture and the tactile experience that the shoppers can have. So the tones are very red and earthy, which is supposed to bring out and the kind of like down to earth nature that this supermarket has. So for this supermarket, because the target demographic is for the masses, I believe that was a key feature in making it accessible to pedestrians. So regarding the circulation, as you can see here, the brown is for the sidewalks as how people access the supermarket. So they have two entrances, either this 3 meter wide main entrance, or they have this other option here, which is a 2 meter wide road, 2 meter wide sidewalk for them to enter the supermarket. So, but then circulation for pedestrians and both cars are also considered, as there is access here for cars, a two-way road access for cars, as they can go in, and then they have the option to proceed directly to the drop off and pick up, or they can choose to go into the parking. So an important part for the circulation in this space is that the employee spaces and the customer spaces have different accesses. As you can see here, the main access for customers, and then behind is the main access for employees. So it's important that these two places are separated so that the flow of deliveries and the flow of customers is not interrupted. Because the target demographic is for the masses, I placed a PUV terminal, a small PUJ terminal, so that people can easily, with a waiting shed, so people can easily be able to disembark or ride a jeepney from there. Okay, which I believe
Okay.
will help with the expansion, with the sales of the supermarket, as it will bring in more customers. For the site analysis, a key feature, the main key feature is this green roof, as because much land is in the ground floor is taken for parking, and for other things like the PUJ terminal. I believe the second in this green roof can help make up for the green spaces taken from the ground floor. Sige, moving on. Here's the ground floor, and then I only noted the key features in the design, which is divided into the warehouse, employee spaces, supermarket, and concession spaces. So a key feature for the warehouse is that there is a unloading dock and a loading dock for the goods to have like a smooth delivery. So goods will just be processed from here, moving right to left. Okay, next we have the employee spaces. So actually, I made sure that the employee space is actually, it should be very large, because I believe that we should treat our kind of employees with respect, and that they need wide spaces to enjoy themselves and relax after working all day in the supermarket. And lastly, we for the employee spaces, we have the employee parking, a dedicated space for employee parking, including with a one slot for PWD. Now we have for the
Tara, you have
supermarket.
1 minute.
Oh no. Okay. So for the supermarket, just a key features is the ATM and the preparation or storage area, which is like the back room here. And then last, we have the concession spaces. So I made sure that the pharmacy is accessible to the supermarket. So I already talked about the green roof. Just to cut it short, here is some exterior perspectives, and you can see that I really tried my best to use rough, unfinished bricks to bring out like that texture of a down-to-earth supermarket.
Mhm.
And that is all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry I had to rush you at the end there.
Okay, sir.
We have a schedule to keep.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for that. Next is Atiniero. Kaylin here. Oh, wait, wala siya. She had the message. Atienza John, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Sige, ikaw lang sa mo present. And then after Atienza, it will be Alesna. Brian, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Sige. Okay, so it will be John and then Brian. You will get 5 minutes. I'll let you know when you have 1 minute left.
My project is Verde, which means green life in Italian. So why called Vita? It's because I want to bring out the how green the place is, because considering Kabangkalan is an industrialized place, so there isn't really much places for like green architecture and leisure, a place for leisure, for spending leisure time. So for my site development, you can see here there are green spaces in here. So they are placed in the front. So just place in the front, and as well there is a roof garden for the supermarket in case you want to you want to see an overlooking view. So the reason why they are placed in the front is because from the site analysis you can see here, and the prevailing winds are blowing in this direction. So the green spaces can be used as wind barriers, so that in case there are strong winds, it doesn't really affect the supermarket, the commercial building. There's also a food park at the back, so in case you don't want to go shopping, you can just eat in the food park, since there are concession spaces allocated in there. And there is also for the for the service area. So service area is located in this side. There's also there's a parking employees parking space and a space for future expansion. So in case that the supermarket has in case that the owner has an intention to expand the supermarket, they can use this to expand. So
Okay,
for
go ahead.
there's garden is over the second floor of the supermarket, over in the to the commercial building. There's also cola. So let me just here use Mandawi cola. If you have not the architecture that I use here is somewhat reminiscing of vernacular architecture, so bahay na bato. So it is wood and concrete, and also shingles with to modernize the look, and as well as louvers you can see here in the market to expect this model, as well as help in the wind resistance as well. So for the supermarket, it is streamlined that it will that the shopping in here will be easier. So the grocery is streamlined in this way is that the wet goods in here will be placed at the back. So in case that you want to directly shop in here at the back for the meat and the vegetables, you can just directly go here. So the pathway is just much more linear than usual. And then for the second floor of the supermarket, there is a bar and restaurant. So in case you don't want to shop or you're done shopping, you can just go on the second floor. You can go in the bar and restaurant, or if you want to rent a space for an event, you can use an event hall in here. And if you also want to relax after shopping, there's a roof garden that you can use. So
John, you have 1 minute.
Okay, sir. So I speedrun for the supermarket views. So the views is the how the louvers affect the lighting. So even in afternoon, you can see the view here, and with the natural lighting, you don't need lighting. So for the roof gardens, and now the commercial building. So the commercial building is like a combination of vernacular architecture and as well as borrowing some elements from a crown hall building. So the facade is using glass and as well as louvers to further push the natural look of the building, and as well as the wind resistance, as mentioned earlier. So a commercial building is much more spacious. There are only like 6 concession spaces to be used. So from the first floor and the second floor, and also the ground floor there's also
John,
a
time is
vegetation
up.
in here. Okay, sir.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
actually almost sir. So there is a concept sa kanang hanging vine, so much more green sa sud. So instead of more sa init na lang sa sulod kay nasa kanang vegetation. And
Okay.
that's
Sige. Good. Sige. Sorry. I just need to stick to my schedule.
yes, sir.
No problem. So that was good. Next we have Brian.
Okay, yes, sir. Good morning.
Okay, ra good. Magbisaya, mix. Okay, for me, it's more about explaining your design. And then when you get to next sem, maybe diha ta mag-English only. So for now, I just want you to explain your project. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be presenting my proposed supermarket. So first off, the in the brief it says that the warehouse has to be 8 meters, and then so I was thinking, okay, so my concession space will also be two stories, and then I decided to make my main supermarket like a high ceiling, like here in this picture, so that it has unity in the front, and then I put vegetation such as like vines, so that again with the brief that it wants to be one with nature. And then here also on this right side is the walkway that because I wanted this experience, like you pass by here and then like there's many greeneries, and then it's just very calming experience. And then so also there's a hierarchy of spaces, so like from this drop off point here in the lower left, so from small space to
Hello?
like medium
Yep. Oh,
space,
sorry, Nawal.
and then
Audio.
up into large space. So yeah. And then so for my side elements, so first off, I put my warehouse here on the left side so that it would buffer the noise from like corporations on this side, and as well as like I put like the whole building on the left side so like it would hide these like weird angles. So like when you look at it from this side, it's gonna be very clean. It's like it's very rectangular and clean. And then next, so like what I showed earlier, there's a large walkway placed with trellis roof to encourage pedestrian mobility. So like I'm more so I really wanted to emphasize on like pedestrians more than vehicular access. But then I put here like a drop off area. So why did I put this here? So like knowing the like culture of the Philippines, like if the supermarket is all the way up here, like they would like drop off here in the street. So I really made sure like this is visible so that people would really know like, okay, you have to go inside so you can avoid causing traffic in the main street. And also it also helps us like setback as like gives breathing space from the like from along the road, because it's mostly buildings here on the side, and then here like, at least there's a little bit breathing room. And then also so like I made access here, so like this area is like the Sachi Restaurant. So like after like you can from here you can go directly to like this covered walkway and into the supermarket. So yeah, and then oh yeah, because the commercial space is located here west. Here's the north sign just as a reference. So it helps protect the like people who are inside like in this area like from the sun. So like here like back here, this is like the 12 a.m. sun. So like once it gets towards the afternoon, it's gonna be going towards here and away from the people in this area. So I think that's the main points that I want to show. Thank you, sir.
Okay, very good, nice. Thank you for that. Okay, very good. So do we have Tan Audrey?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Please prepare. And then after Tan, do we have Lian Montemayor?
Hello, sir.
Sige, so ikaw after ni Audrey. Okay.
Okay, so hello everybody. My
Go
name
ahead,
is Audrey, and I am here to present the Supermarket Commercial Center. So, so the design concept, it seeks to maximize the thermal comfort, the usage of natural light resources, and the use of renewable energy. So this really prioritizes the importance of greenery and open spaces towards the future commercial spaces. And lastly, this concept executes the importance of prioritizing traffic flow and pedestrian flow. And it also maximizes the area to create breathable spaces and a smooth flow. So this design is also intended and open for every individual, but the initial target market for this design would be for the middle and high income households. So this is the site development plan. So the reason as to why I wanted the commercial buildings separated from the supermarket was to give a bit more emphasis on the supermarket alone. So this one right here is the supermarket, and this one here is the commercial building. So I wanted to make also the entire building look inviting and create breathable spaces. So this one in number 2 here is the kanang angled solar panels, and then this one here is like the green roofs. So this design method captures also natural sunlight through an angled sunroof, which was mentioned before, and letting in the light towards the supermarket, while also absorbing the light for the solar panels attached on the roof, which will be seen on the exterior perspectives. And another passive cooling method is by integrating green roof on top of the supermarket to have less heat absorption. Double glazed windows are also installed in the entire building to avoid absorbing as much heat as possible, given that Cebu City has been experiencing hotter temperatures throughout the day. And vines are also attached on top of the pergolas and rooftop gardens to maintain cooler temperatures. And lastly, an inner courtyard right here integrated into the design to create a cooler temperature within the spaces of the supermarket and the commercial area. So this is the ground floor. Second floor for this one, for the commercial area. and then the elevations, sections, and the interior perspective. So right here, you can see the angled sunroof right here, and exterior perspectives. That's all.
Okay, good. And with a shorter amount of time, thank you for that. And then next we have Lian Montemayor.
Hey, good morning, sir.
So you have 5 minutes, and I'll let you know if you have 1 minute left. Oh wait, I'll start counting when you start.
Is it there na, sir?
Yep, it's there.
Okay, my plate is called the Kabankalan Lifescape. The design itself prioritizes community and wellness. And as what I have observed in the area is that they lack something that promotes community. So in my plate, I established community in the sense that it promotes activities, cultural elements, cultural because it is what brings people together the most, and elements that promote wellness in a post-COVID-19 setting. So I incorporated and mimic the design to the neighborhood of the area because it will make the customer feel they are at home and also can be disaster proof. I was talking about the roof DI. So I placed the concessionaire at front. I placed the concessionaire at front and I placed the concessionaire at front so that it will be accessible and visible to the public even if the supermarket is closed. So in this way, it won't be too far and they can immediately access the bakery, the cafes, and pharmacy, especially like early morning na wala pa kayo transportation. And in this way, sad sir kay, it is a very good market strategy kay makita na siya diretso sa public eye. And the site also has 2 parks. The first park is adjacent to Sachi, and this can also serve as a means of connection from Sachi and the supermarket. So
Good.
the site promotes a walkable zone of both concessionaire and the supermarket. And yeah. So next kay money akong floor plan. So one highlight sa akong floor plan, ground floor plan rather kay the indoor garden lounge. So skip ako sa perspective first. So ang indoor garden lounge kay this is what it looks like, sir. So I was able to integrate the garden inside sa exterior sa ay pag-connect, sir. And yeah. And back kay yes. So sa second floor sir kay nakoy green roof para sa cooling effect, sir. And then the second floor is connected sa ground floor, sir, through the escalator, sir. So there's an alfresco dining and concessionaire spaces. So
Mhm.
sa elevation, sir, sa supermarket, we can see na a green wall, sir. So this can also help sa passive cooling. And this is all my elevations and sections. These are my perspectives na, yes. And then these are the features that I want to highlight, sir. So the herringbone tile is used as flooring design of the supermarket. The tile doesn't only serve as aesthetics, but also a guide. The directions of the tiles help the movement of customers in the supermarket. And the polycarbonate skylight roof, because it is efficient in blocking ultraviolet ray while still maintaining light transmission. I used this material sa kanang mga skylights, sir. So extensive testing has demonstrated the near unbreakability of polycarbonate materials, making it disaster-proof. I also incorporated vent-operable windows, sir. Like in times, sir, na kanang closed pito ang supermarket, they can open the windows, sir, para air can circulate through the supermarket para mawala ang kanang viruses or what. And I also provided louvers, sir, kaning twisted brise-soleil in a sense that sir, nako siyang di-decorate, sir, twisted para mo incorporate siya sa kuan sa history of Kabankalan. And then the parametric curved ceiling resembling the flowing spring of the Kabankalan Mossy Cave. And then this is my warehouse. This is the interior of my warehouse. I also provided an electrical room, and at the back, I provided an MRF and a air cooling units para mo provide. These air cooling units are for the cold storage sa akong warehouse. Yeah. And then sa akong concession spaces, sir, kay
You have 1 minute.
the front concession spaces is placed adjacent to the main street. So I also provided the bus, tricycle terminal, and a drop-off curb para diretso siya. So Next, kay this is the elevation of my concession space. And napo siya community zone. So in case na ay emergency stuffs and kuan kay madriso na bitaw nilag access dito sa main road without going like if I were to place this at the middle or at the back place sa akong site, so it's accessible dito. And then this is the perspectives. So these are sa katong front elevation sa akong supermarket. There's the green wall na makita ra sa siya sa community zone. Yeah. And then this is my 3D perspective sa HVAC system. So the supermarket has a centralized air conditioning system. Yes. And
Okay.
then one
And your time's up.
And that is all. Thank you.
Okay, good. Sige. Okay. And our sort of last presenter for the day, kay wala si Lou because he had to go somewhere like medical something blah blah blah. Neil Seno, are you here?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Sige, go ahead.
Yeah. Kitara, ay, loading pa.
Yep, Kitara, you have 5 minutes, and I'll tell you if you have 1 minute left.
Sige, sir. So, I'm here to to present my proposed supermarket and commercial center, which is entitled Evenfall. So, Evenfall means the beginning of evening. So, like, it's called Evenfall because I want to like make the project be available through day and night ba, like yeah. So first I presented my site inventory. So this is my presented I provide also the road networking because I think it's like important on how I lay out my entrances.
Correct.
And then yeah, so this is my zoning, sir. So we have 3 areas: the unvisited, main area, and the visited. So the main area is where mostly the structure is located. The unvisited is where like kanang dili necessary spaces, so like parking and warehouse, and then the visited is like what the people see in front. So yeah, so here is my site development area. We see here the commercial center at the left side of the lot, and then the supermarket on the right side, the parking at the back, and then some green spaces in front and in the center of the site. So this is how I got my form. So first kay application setback, and then yeah, so the form is mainly influenced on the site analysis kay since the winds man, sir, are from the northwest, the front of the lot, so lusot-lusot ang wind, so that's why it's 2 separate masses. So yeah. So first you have the supermarket and the warehouse. So this is the perspective is what you see from the pedestrian entrance. So here, muna ang layout, sir, plan, and then the warehouse. Ang warehouse is 1 floor only, but the employees area is part of the warehouse. So there's 2 plans. So we have the second floor area here on the right side. So there's the elevations, and then this is how I lay out my supermarket. So here are in this area is the dry goods, and then this area are the checkout counters, and then I place the meat and the vegetable section near the entrance where where those in transit customers can. So from the parking which is in this side, they can go here, and then like ako gi-prioritize ang like those who are using cars, but here there's an entrance also here from the pedestrian. So and then we have here the impulse section. So yeah, and then my meat preparation area, and then the warehouse and the employees area. So next you have the section, Manisha, sir. I show this section because like it is the most simplest kanang section of kanang makita ang ducting and yeah, so kaning kuan, sir, ducting ni siya sa warehouse niya, kaning some of the is the ceiling on how the lights are attached. So yeah.
Those are ceiling lights ang ato nipis.
Yeah, kanon nipis. So kamo ni some perspective. So money from the pedestrian entrance, and then ako gi-highlight lang ako ang ceiling design, which is like the main part, the main object, like may attraction of the supermarket. So yeah. Exterior. So next warehouse, and then the loading dock ni siya, and then money ang interior. So next you have the commercial center. Yeah. So I laid out ang commercial center nga Mershag from the view sa inside sa lot kay dili ra maklaro nga ang lot gani kay naay two corners sa left side. So this is how I solved it. Like plan sa commercial center is like Elra, but like from the view that I hear like dili ra maklaro from the park or whatever.
Dili siya
So,
maklaro na L.
dili siya maklaro nga kani ganing naay double ana sir. Like I find it like kanang murag too complicated gani kanang murag samok murag
You have 1
yeah.
minute na.
So yeah, that's it. So section, then how I sunshading details na siya. Perspectives. Then this is my entrance arc which is unified just sa both elements.
Okay.
And then my HVAC sir kanila ako ikuan. I provided 3 air handling units kay para I zoned my supermarket into 2 zones. The first zone is 1 air handling unit and the second zone is also 1 and then the warehouse is also 1 para if ma-down ang usa ka air handling unit kanang there's still backup for the rest. So dili siya tanan. So like example ma-down ang zone 1 so mo-work gyapon ang zone 2 and the warehouse.
Okay. And time's up. Okay.
Mara sir.
Okay, sige. We actually have Lou. Lou, are you on? Are you okay to present now?
Actually, sir, na po ako sa school yun, sir.
Sige. Okay ra.
Nag-join ako, sir, just to watch. Sorry.
Okay. So I'll stop recording here.